Hey guys, welcome back to math. Today we're going to start in your journal and then we will be going over to your workbook, so make sure to have that close. We're going to be working on multiplying decimals today. I'm going to model the first one for you and then you're going to get some practice time. I think you'll be able to catch on pretty quick when it comes to multiplying decimals. So let's jump into it. Okay, first off, we know that we don't multiply straight across like this. We don't do it horizontally. So we need to make sure that we rewrite the problem the correct way, even though the problem being displayed might not look that way. So making sure that we have numbers lined up. For now, I'm going to pretend that that decimal is not there, but it will come back into play in a little bit. For now, I'm going to go through and multiply like we did in the unit earlier this year, passing the 4 out to everybody. So 4 times 5 is 20. Carry my 2. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 4 times 1 is 4. I'm not going to put any commas in right now. Again, like I said, we're going to have to put some decimals back in. So for now, I'm just going to have numbers. So cross out those carry numbers so I don't get confused. Put the 0 down because this is really a 10. But now that I have the 0, I can treat this as a 1. So 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. And then, just like we've done before, I'm going to add those together. 0, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 3 is 12. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 and nothing. Okay, again, I'm not going to put any commas in because up in this original problem, there's a decimal. So the way you multiply with decimals is you multiply just like it's not there, just like I did. But at the end, we need to come up here and find if there's 1 or 2 decimals and how many place values are after that decimal. In this problem, it's 2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and put my decimal back. 1, 2, 1, 2, and put that decimal back. So I'm going to show you one that's got 2 numbers with decimals in them. So I'm trying to make them easy numbers because we're not working on the multiplying, we're working on the decimal part. Okay, so again, we don't multiply this way, right? Because this is not lined up. So all right, I want you to pause here. I want you to multiply, but ignore the decimals for now. Multiply like we've been doing all year long. Pause here and do that part. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. Then I'm going to cross that out. I'm going to put a 0 here because really, we want to make sure that we get that extra space in there. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. And then I'm going to add them together just like we've been doing. There's 6 and 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4. Now, again, we're not putting any commas in here. We need to look and figure out where this decimal goes. This time, I've got 1, 2, 3 place values after the decimal, which means my answer is going to need 3 place values, 1, 2, 3, as well. So 1, 2, 3, put in my decimal. And that's it. That's how we multiply decimals. Super easy. Multiplication is just the same. It's the end part of counting how many place values after the decimal in the problem to put them in here to the end. So I have another one for you. How about give that one a shot. 4 times 4. 4 doubled is 8. 8 doubled is 16. 6. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Carry the 1. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1. Then we're going to cross those out. Put a 0 down. Next 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 17. Technically, there are 3 numbers here, so I could do another row, but guess what? 0 times anything is 0. So it's going to be a straight line of zeros, so I'm not going to waste my time doing that. But if there was a third number, then yes, I would make a third row. So add those together. There's 6. There's 13. 7, 8, 9. 1. Now I gotta come up here and look to see how many places after the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that there, and I can put a 0 in the front just to make it clear. All right, let's jump over to the workbook. You're gonna open up to page 289. Page 289. All right, a piece of paper measures, do you remember how to say these numbers? Remember this 3 is in the tenths place? 3/10 of a meter by 65 hundredths of a meter. Remember we call these numbers by where they land. Estimate the total area of the piece of paper. Estimate means rounding and guessing, not an actual answer. So I'm going to call this about a half. I'm going to call that about a half. So when you're doing estimates, these wavy lines show that it's an estimate, right? So this isn't going to be the exact answer. This is about. About. So what is a half times a half? Well, we could always change it to this. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. So about a fourth, right? Remember, this looks like 2, 5. So, but 0.5, 0.5 times 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2. And then our second number is all zeros, so I would leave that the way it is. So our answer, right, 1 spot, 2 spots, 1 spot, 2 spots, gets us the same answer. So make a labeled sketch of the piece of paper and use it to calculate the exact answer. So we have a piece of paper. It's 0.3 by 0.65. And we know how to multiply decimals, so we're just going to do it. 0.65 times 0.3. Get me an answer. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. And then if I were to put the zeros, everything would be 0. So that's it. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you might be wondering, like, why is our answer so different than our estimate? Well, it's really not that far off. And also, we gotta think, we rounded this one up and we rounded that one down, but not by as much. So we actually went up more, which is why our answer is a little bit higher, but they're not far off. If our answer was something like a whole number and this was a decimal, then we'd have a problem. Oh my. Okay. Next one. The city park measures 1 2/10 of a kilometer by 63 hundredths of a kilometer. Estimate the total area of the park. Well, I'm going to call this 1 by, I'm going to call that a half. So 1 times 0.5 . 1 times 5 is 5, and then it would all be zeros. So, right, one group of 5/10 is so let's see how we did. All right, so make a labeled sketch, calculate the exact answer. So we have a park, 0.63 kilometers by 1.2 kilometers. Get me an answer. 1.2 times. I have to write my 0 really small because I didn't leave myself very much room. 6, 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. Put a 0 so I can trade this as a 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Don't need to do the last row because it's all zeros. Add those together. 6, 5, 7, and I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 756 thousandths of a kilometer. Again, still pretty close. All right. Now we have 2 more problems to do. You do the first one. So 7 times 6. Work over here. So 7 times 5, I know is 35. So then 7 times 1, right? Because there would be my 6 groups. So add 7 more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 42. So 2. Carry the 4. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 4 more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I've got 1, 2, 1, 2. 1 12 hundredths. All right, you solve this one. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Cross that out. Put a 0. Now I can trade that as a 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 5, 3, and 10. 1, 2, 1, 2. And there we have it. We're going to start with a problem string. So grab your journal and let's go. Here's your first one. 594 divided by 66. Use your most efficient strategy to solve it. Again, you might have used something different. I'm just a big fan of the ratio table. Keeps everything beautiful. So 1 is 66. I'm going to jump to 10. Now, I know this is over this problem, but it's pretty close. So if I subtract 66 to make 9 groups. Right, minus a group, minus the 66. Then it gets me a lot closer. It's a lot less math working up. So 5, okay, so 15 minus 6, so that's 9. Oh, look at there. 9. Sometimes shooting over, right, building up or taking away from the easy facts, the 2, 5, and 10, tend to make math a lot faster because we have the easy facts, 2, 5, and 10. So either you can build up, put multiples together, which is what we usually do with a ratio table, or you can take away, like I did here. I got to 10. I knew it was too big, but I could work backwards because they were pretty close. So try this one. Pause and solve here. All right, so we know 10. So we want to keep going up. I'm going to do 5. So half of 60 is 30. Half of 600 is 300. Oh, 300, 600, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be too much too. So I think maybe I'll just go up by ones. Whoops. 11. So plus 66. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 and 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 7. Oops. Guess I should have just went up by 1. All right. How about 132 divided by 66? Pause and solve. All right. So this is a pretty low number. 1 is 66. I'm just going to go up 1 because that's pretty close, and this is a pretty big number. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 and 6 is 12, plus 1 more is 13. 2. How about, ooh, big ones. Solve that one. I'm hoping that you noticed this problem to that problem. What's the difference here? They put a 0 to the back of this number. So if I put a 0 here and nothing happens there, what do I need to do to the answer? I need to put a 0 on the answer. Put a 0 on the answer. How about 1386 divided by 66? Solve that one. I'm hoping that you use the 20 groups for 1320 and kind of built up from there, and you didn't start all the way over. I'm going to add just one group and see where that lands me. So 0 plus 6 is 6, 6, 7, 8, 3 and nothing, 1 and nothing. Found it. Couple more. 1,254 divided by 66. Solve that one. All right. Again, hopefully you didn't start too completely over. I see this 20. 1,320. That's pretty close. I'm going to take away a group. I'm going to take away a group and see where that lands me. So I can't do that. I can't do that. I can do this. 2. I'm trying to get over there. So this is 11. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 11 minus 6, 5, 2, 1. Oh, I was right. Oh, you missed all that math. Sorry about that. So I took the 1,320 from the 20 groups, and I subtracted a group of 66, right? One group, and the number in that group. And I had to do some borrowing because 0 minus 6 you can't do, 2 minus 6 you can't do. So the 3 turned into a 2, which made this a 12. but I'm trying to get over here. So now it's an 11, and this is a 10, and then I subtracted through. Sorry about that. All right, 3 more. Solve that one. All right. One group is 66. All right. So I'm noticing 2 zeros to the back here. So I'm going to need to put 2 zeros to the back there. If I do it there, I got to do it there. We get 100. 6,468 divided by 66. What's that one? What do we know already that could get us close? I wonder. Well, this is pretty close. I think I'm just going to start here. So 100 groups is 6,600. So what's 99 of them? All right, subtract a group. Subtract a group. Can't do that, can't do that. This is a 5. Now this is a 10. But I can't do that, so this is a 9. And that's a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus nothing. 6 minus nothing. Whoops. That got a little invaded. Okay, so not quite. So let's do 98. We'll subtract 66 again. Can't do that, but I can do this. That's a 4. Trying to get over there, so this is a 12. So 14 minus 6 is 8. 12 minus 6 is 6. 4 minus nothing, 6 minus nothing. There it is. 98. All right, last one. It's going to throw you for a little loop. You ready? 8, 7, 1, 2, 8,712 divided by 88. How can you use all the math that we've been looking at, the going over, the going backwards, to solve for this one? Pause and solve it. So, 1 is 88. So, I think what I'm going to do is do it by 100. That's over, but not by a lot. So I'm going to just subtract one group, minus 88. So let's make this a 7. Now this is a 10, but I'm trying to get over there, so now it's a 9. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 8 is 1. 7 minus nothing, 8 minus nothing. Ooh, we did it. Good work today. Make sure to do your independent work so you can practice some of this multiplying decimals pieces and that your teachers can see how you're doing. And I'll see you again with some more math later. Bye, guys.